Ready? Superstar, we just got home today. You good? What's up, everybody? So today is a lot of question and answers for you guys. Titan, are you ready? Yeah.
He just woke up. He's still asleep, actually.
Hi, guys. Hey.
The streets in Hawaii.
Boom, we are on IG.
All right, we're everywhere. Dang, that just exploded. We had a crazy good, well, I sure did. I had a great time. Mo, will you do a tweet for the Gigas? I got to thank these guys. Great weekend. And now I'm back to my squirt. Somebody know about that? There's the shot right there. Oh, my eyes are tired. It was a great weekend at the Arnold. Absolutely great. So normally, Jeff would have been done. So I was so pumped. What was the first day? I stayed 5.5 hours nonstop. Yeah. 5.5 hour line. Did not stop. And then Saturday, same thing, 4 hours. So a 6-hour appearance turned into a 9. That may not sound like a lot, but it's a lot of energy in and out. A lot of energy in and out. Expo was incredible. We were just talking about how great it was. And it was awesome because the crew we had, the Giga crew is just great, and they're hustlers. And the girls, I got to say though, those girls they had were great. They helped out. They were moving the line. They were the whole team. Teresa did a great job. The booth was ridiculous.
Teresa
Killed it with that booth. The lighting was great because of how they set up the lights that blocked out their lights and made our lights.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Best advice for longevity at a 19-year-old. To understand at 19, it is about strength, moving through the exercise, and not volume. Not volume in the sense of what they say, like reps. It's more volume in sets. If I can tell you anything as a youngster, that is what saved me, is powerlifting throughout the off season, but then also as I get ready for the bodybuilding show, I would continue to power lift and do those high volume 5 to 7 sets, maybe 2 to 5 reps. It wasn't the continuous reps. It was the sets. So I would probably finish. Okay, let's just say that I did 7 sets of 3 on squats. So I'm finishing with 21 reps, right? Where a bodybuilder probably would finish with 4 sets of 10. The difference is he did it with 315 pounds. I did it with 600 pounds. So it's the combination of the load, which stresses the body, which keeps me strong, and then the less mileage on the body. So I actually moved more weight because it was such a double compared to what he was doing. And I noticed that a lot. In the 90s and 2000s.
Where people were lifting.
Yeah, they were doing the 3 sets of 10 to 12 or 10 to 4 sets of 10 to 12. And so, they're finishing with 40 reps in that range. But they're do the compounded number, So that's what I would say for the youngsters. And I noticed because I was a teenager, prepubescent and teenager, doing powerlifting, it really set me up to win for the long haul. Do you guys know about these? First off, as you age, the reality of it is women age harder than men, I guess you would say, because of the bone density quicker. And
They're
so,
also more mature when they're younger. That's
yeah,
what I
well,
mean.
I don't know about that. I don't know if they're more
When we're
mature.
young, when we're young, we're more mature than you guys.
That being said, these ladies at 70 and 80 years old that are powerlifting, so those hips and those legs and that back is so strong still, and their bone density is so great because of that. So I think powerlifting is such a missed opportunity for so many people because they don't think of powerlifting. You don't think powerlifting, great body, right? That's why I say power bodybuilding. Do both. Be show and go. Go for another one. Nice question, though, for a 19-year-old man. I met a lot of incredible teenagers this weekend. Bright 15, 16-year-old boys and girls powerlifting and coming over with their parents to meet me. And I'm like, this 15-year-old girl is like, I got to meet you, nobody else. And I was like, that's cool, man. At that age, they're smart enough to realize that it's continuous to strength. You'll get the size. You'll get everything you're looking for comes from that.
Thanks for letting us to the front because of the baby.
Thanks for coming by, man. Thank you for coming by.
How important is protein intake for building muscle?
You want to block him? I can't help you, dude. I can't help you. Remember when they said there's no dumb questions? Go for it.
Yeah. Mike, how can we fight dehydration? Between all my meals and protein shakes, I struggle to drink 6 to 8 glasses of pure water.
Wow.
Like the follow-up?
Which is go?
Well, I threw you one, and then I just throw you this one.
Well, I see what you did there. Yeah, I got you. The protein, and then I can't get 8 glasses of water. Yeah. I've never heard anybody since I've been doing this ever say that. So, John, man, I wish you the very best. I wish you the very best.
How much water did you drink last week?
Jeez.
On Monday.
3 gallons.
3 gallons.
Easily.
Three.
John, it doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. Are you not working out? Are you not drinking while you're eating? I don't understand that. It's such a minute amount of water.
Nothing.
And the reason I'm saying this, John, is if that is your issue, wow, because you're under the porch right now. You haven't even got up steps up to the porch to where the real stuff starts. So there's such a level of, if that's the issue, pick something else. I would just do that. Pick something else. If you can't get 8 glasses of water, this is not for you.
Just fucking give up.
American Idol, try that.
Ooh,
Yeah, right? America's Got Talent. Try one of those shows.
Sesame Street. Mike, what's the best color of all the Titan Crew shirts? I just got my burgundy Titan Up sweater. It's a diamond.
Wow. Man, I like different ones for different things. If I'm all like tanned up right now, these kind of colors, I like the colors. If If I'm that transparent white that I'm normally, I'll do the black so I look a little goth. You know, the team comes up with some great designs, man. And if you guys ever got a design and stuff and you guys like it, send it on over.
What is a good superset for triceps?
I'd say dumbbell kickbacks with tricep pushdowns. If you want to pump, it's a good pump. Easy to get into both positions so you can go back and forth really quick. That's if you're just going for a pump, right? Now, a cool, powerful one that you just put up, I think, or Mona put up on YouTube Shorts is we were doing, I was so fatigued. So I picked 2 exercises that I could just stack the machines. And I think it was like a tricep extension and overhead or something like that. And I was just loading up the machines. And I like that one. That was a great one. I don't superset a lot.
How does one grow the inner chest so it comes together more?
You're genetically gifted with your chest. And then what you want to do is make sure that you're isolating the full chest when you're training and squeeze all the way through. I know that there's a thing going around where everybody shortens their reps to keep it contracted. That's possibly the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
And I'm sure you've heard a lot of.
I've heard a lot of stuff, but that's just like, hey, keep tension just on the muscle and short range it, where the first thing you lose through life is range of motion. So now you're strengthening this range of motion that's just in the mid position instead of the points where you need to do it. Yeah. Mo,
Yeah.
will you let him know that he's competing Saturday?
Yes.
And
Oh,
will you
I wanted to see
give
if
me
you could
the
go.
phone and I'll send him a text real quick.
You want to send it from you?
No, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to
Let me
his
just say
feed.
yay, and then you
I'm
will-
7 foot 225. What a monster.
7 foot, 225. I'm wondering, should people who are on extreme ends of the height chart, short or tall, train differently than the average person?
No. So I was just with Lucas, who is almost 7 foot, and his physique is just amazing, head to toe. He has his calves. You know, a lot of tall guys don't have those calves or have high calves. He has fully developed low calves. Great structure all the way through. Now, here's the other thing. What you asked is, should you train? And I think what you mean is, should I train like a bodybuilder or, you know, that kind of approach? You have to train. You're at that spectrum of 7 feet. So your body's going to be torqued more than other people. It's just the way life goes. You know this. The taller you are, the more stress on that body. So I need you working out and I need you strengthening up those ligaments as best you possibly can. Again, I would not do tons of rep volumes. I would do, again, more set volumes for you. But definitely train and stay in touch, man. I'd love to see your progress. It's always cool when you get these metahumans that are walking the planet like this, that are taking care of themselves, man. Props to you just for being 225 at 7 foot. I saw Lucas, what? 6'10"?
He's around there, yeah.
6'10", 340. Also, Thor, who's 6'9", 440. Whew. You don't need to be that. Obviously, you don't need to be that. But I would like you to have the strength in the ligaments a lot like that. 6'10". Guys, these guys are big, man. So you're even bigger than that. So yeah. So change the picture that you have on your thing and put your Studley shot there, my man. Also, how old are you? All right, Mo, am I doing that? Sending the message? Go for it.
Opinion on casein protein if I'm going to fast.
Well, are you going to fast or are you going to have protein?
Got him in the
Hit me
second
back,
half.
would you? Because That's not fasting. Having your protein isn't fasting. So, you mean you're just going to do a low carb diet? That's what it sounds like you're doing.
Channel's great. Enjoying the info.
Sorry, might be a little bit more harsh today. I might be. What's the guy from the singing show that I said earlier?
American Idol?
Yeah,
Oh.
he kind of goes, "Yeah, I don't want to hear you sing. Move on." So I felt like telling the guy that says, "I can't get the water." All right, then move on.
Well, how about this? I'm 28. How much longer can I make strength gains?
Pretty sure. I mean, let's hope that you live for a long time. But as long as you're alive, you can make strength gains. Go Google some of the masters power lifters and then Google their backstory and watch how the champion master power lifter right now, who's 72, didn't start till he was 54. And his numbers are sick. 28. Huh. There might be a chance he meant muscle growth, which again may slow, doesn't mean it turns off. Yeah, man strength is at 40. Just for anybody that's here that doesn't know, you don't hit that man strength until 40.
How do I start nutrition without getting overwhelmed as a beginner?
Jeffrey, throw up the Titan meal plan link. All you're going to do is click on that link. You're going to go over there, fill out the forms. After you're done filling out the forms, give me about 24 to 48 hours for me to get back to you with your nutrition plan for the next 3 months. What we will do, though, during that time is just continue to check in with me every couple weeks, every 2 to 4 weeks, and let me know how things are going and how the body weight is changing if we need to make changes to that nutrition. That's the easiest way to do it. Can I click on this?
That link here?
Yeah, I'm going to click on the link for you guys. That right there is for anybody that's confused about nutrition, wants to get started, and doesn't want to be frustrated. And here's the other thing. It takes forever to change the physique. Don't waste time. Don't sit there guesstimating. Can I snag that word? Guesstimating?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We got that one.
What do we got?
Guy goes, injuries seem to be a part of the game. It seems that it comes with the territory when lifting heavy, which I love. How do you deal with injuries?
Well, I've never been injured. A lot of lifters aren't injured. A lot of lifters get through their career with maybe one injury. So if you're somewhat new to it, like let's say you've been lifting for 10 to 15 years, that's pretty new to lifting, and you're getting injured a lot, there's some things that are going on. This is for everybody. This answer is for everybody. If you're getting injured and you're already 10, 15, 20 years in and you already got 2 or 3 injuries, there's something wrong with how you're doing the exercises, your nutrition, how you're recovering, your program setup. There's numerous things, but it is on you. It is on you. I would get a better coach and analyze what you're doing and how you're doing this. Because again, lifting, if done correctly, will help prevent, to its best ability, injuries.
Mike, I'm inspired by your physical discipline. Appreciate your videos. What do you do for your spiritual fitnesses?
Well, I think that comes with the, for me at least, it comes with me staying disciplined with my mind and family. And that usually helps me stay mentally and spiritually correct. Again, for me, it's about being a good person. Being good to those people around you.
Where'd Bobo go?
And Bobo left.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Should you still at 50 be taking the same protein intake as a 20-year-old?
I know I think I take more
In the
protein.
morning, 7 legs.
You're
You're
not going to, I'm not doing the call?
I did. I sent you a message so you can leave a message from your phone directly so I can leave
I got you.
because we're already late.
All right. Give me 1 second, guys, here.
Oh, let's see what's going on IG. Forgot about IG. Mike, what's the single most damaging thing for men's mental health right now, in your opinion?
Wow. Dang, that's a good question.
Shout out to Matthew.
Throw that up there.
I can do it.
Oh, doesn't. Last question again.
I can fit it.
My protein is more than I was in my 20s. But again, this is blood work. Do your blood work and you'll know. For the gentleman earlier, ridiculous? I can't read that.
Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. I was close. It's a great nickname. And then for the new question, read that again? That was a great one.
Mike, what is the single most damaging thing for men's mental health right now?
Single word. I think just getting away from that old school mentality. I really think it still comes back to you guys, and you stay in that old school mentality that it's on you. Don't complain. Put the work in. Protect the family. Put the work in. Don't complain. It seems like everybody's complaining. So I think that's one of the biggest things for men. Don't do that. Don't fall into this snowflake mentality that these people are having. I saw it was just great to be at the expo and see all these guys. It's almost 40 years ago. Me and Chris Cormier was at Teenage Nationals. It was like just seeing all these people and stuff. It's just, can you take the other car?
The front tire is low.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. Stay strong. Stay strong. Stay old school. Think about how your parents grew up and what they did with what they had. I got 10 brothers and sisters, and to think that my mom and dad raised 10, we got one. Yeah. So, yeah, great question, man. Great question. I need to sit back and think about that. I got a question this weekend. We'll jump into this next one. I got a question. This weekend, I understand the question. Somebody said, Chris Bumstead versus Flex Wheeler, who wins? And at the time, I was like, it was right on the spot. The best I could do was just say, I think, in my belief, would be Flex Wheeler. It's not questionable to me. The more I thought about it, because he was a young kid, and his mentality probably still it was, because he said it, but Chris was 245 or whatever, and Flex was 228. And so, it was what it was. I says, yeah, first of all, there's one Flex Wheeler walking the planet with that bone structure and those muscle bellies. It is what it is. But I thought about it later on how I could have went extreme on that and say not even close. Think about this. We already know that Chris did a pro show and took second to a gentleman. Is that right?
Yeah.
And the gentleman was?
I don't know.
But he took fourth at the Olympia. Now, do you think that guy could have beat Ronnie Coleman in 92, 93? Good prime Ronnie Coleman? Right? Couldn't have, right? Not even close. but Flex Wheeler almost did. So again, you're talking about a Ronnie Coleman who was 280 and a Flex Wheeler that was almost beat him at 228. That's how pretty Flex Wheeler's body. And that doesn't take anything away from any other bodybuilder, but Flex is a rare breed of a metahuman and a beautiful physique and a beautiful guy. So, and I think Chris Cormier took third at that Olympia, which again, it's again, solid physique. But, I could see the question, but if you do the road work, good question. Nice. I had a lot of nice kids. Here's another one. We'll go into this real quick. Is that when you're at an expo, the new generation, because they have an Instagram page or a YouTube page, feel justified that no matter what, if they ask you questions, that you should answer their questions. It's an interview, right? But keep in mind, for you guys that are out there and you're making you're doing your thing now and you're building up your fan following and stuff, keep in mind, you don't. They're asking you questions because they know they can get a hit with your name. So if they ask a cool question that you would like to answer, great, answer it. And I thought this kid's question was a great one. Made me think on the spot, C-Bomb versus Flex Wheeler. Wow, I'd love to see that. That'd be those two amazing humans next to each other posing. I love it. And end of the day, Flex Wheeler would win. But it was a great question from this kid. So props to him by doing that. But for everybody else, you don't have to. I saw John Jones talking about something where he wasn't even going to take a fight with a guy because he didn't like the guy. And the one cool thing about this expo is that I didn't have any of these tools, these trolls come up to me at this one, which was nice. But again, it's the conversations. You're there to meet people, do that, and have these great conversations with these people. And I got to admit, man, this Arnold Classic was an incredible one. I got to sit down with Rich Gaspari for a little bit and chat. I got to see Chris Cormier. I forgot my nickname to him was White Bread. So I'm White Bread. He would yell that across the gym in the 90s. Uh-oh, White Bread's here. It was a good weekend. All right, rock and roll.
Mike, I had a hip replacement a few years
Okay.
ago, and it's pretty painful to do squats and lower body exercise.
Dang it. I wish you would have asked it a week after you did it. Anybody and everybody that's here, here's the one big thing. No matter what surgery you do to fix something, you will get scar tissue. And that's what hurts. It's not the hip anymore. You have to get moving. They actually try to make you walk out that day with the hip replacement. That's how important it is to automatically get moving before your body gets all that scar tissue around it. I remember I watched Tito Raymond's Mr. Universe 2, and my best training partner. I would watch him, and his face looked so painful. He got a double hip replacement, and he would be in there. The green plates, the little 95s. Now, this is a guy that would deadlift 700 pounds. So first off, drop the ego. He's got a bar and 25s, the green plates. So they're high. They're not 25 small ones. They're high. So he's lifting 95 pounds. And he's doing it in a great way. He would put his back against the squat rack. Okay? And then he would push back against it. So as he would lift up, he's going back. And so there's a little bit of relaxation to the hip while still moving the hip. And it was still painful. But at least it's like if you do a Jefferson or an Anderson squat, you're holding on to the bar. So there's a little bit of relaxation in the muscles to where that's not so locked in. But he would do that. Then he would turn around after, grab a hold of that thing, and do more squats and just move through that. But you could see him moving in pain. But he understood that you have to break up that scar tissue. You got to move through it. And I wish you would have done that from the start. So at this stage, because it's been so long, red light therapy, BPC, TB500, which are peptides, start incorporating that, start incorporating a sauna, and do this, maybe a sauna and some red light therapy. What's the stim machine?
The new X.
Nuex, maybe a little Nuex as you're moving through that exercise.
Massage.
Yeah, get in there, deep massage. But nothing beats movement in that position and get through it, get through it, get through it. You're going to have to get in there, and it is painful. So you may have to take some painkillers in the meantime to break through that. Talk to your doctor, find out what he thinks you should do as well. Try some physical therapy. They're really, really good at what they do.
Yo, talked to you and Johnny last week, letting you know I'm finally craving the 5,000 calories at 6'3", 258. Started in January at 233. You asked for my protein, and it's around 375 to 415. Carbs are 450 to 500. Thoughts?
Yeah, I thought you said this exact thing last week. I thought you said that you adapted to this already, and I said this is great. I think if you're there and you're gaining weight, then I would just hold there. You're taking in enough protein by far, and your carbohydrates are amazing. I'd make sure that your fats are at a good position, and then I would just do some blood work to make sure your lipids are all good and everything's good, and then make sure you're not just gaining weight. Is the weights on all the exercises going up? Okay. Look forward to seeing you next week, man. Thank you again for the donation for the fur babies.
The casein guy.
Yeah.
Talking about fasting. So he's saying, well, I read that casein gets digested slowly, so it keeps your muscles fed for a while after starting to fast. So he's saying, if we're going to fast on Monday, should I drink some casein on Sunday night to have it in my body?
I don't know. You would need to talk to a person that does a low carb diet. Because when I do fasting means no food. So again, I understand that you're saying that casein is slow, but it's not 48 hours slow. It's not 24 hours slow. So again, you're taking in protein on a day that you're not supposed to be eating is the point. So I don't understand that you're trying to do something halfway. Are you fasting or are you not fasting? But casein's great. All protein's great.
What's the last video game you played?
I think with Titan. Was it Mario Kart or something like that?
Probably one of those upstairs.
Yeah, probably a little Mario Kart Punch Out.
Punch out.
Knock him out. Wow. Yeah, I got that little stuff for Titan. And I'll tell you this though. I tried it with my son. He's not a gamer. No, at least not yet. He's not. But I loved Doom back in the day when I was a gamer. I was a gamer when it first came out. I guess it was like 90s.
Yeah, Doom.
Yeah, me and Bubba King would play it a lot.
Tall here, 6'6", 275.
Whoa.
41. Thoughts on MK at my age?
Well, you're 41, so you're very young. And you're at your man strength, too. That 40 to 45. So this would be a great time. Yeah. You're a big guy. And just go slow. I know that you may get stronger and stronger, mostly because you're 40 now, and that's when the strength really shoots up. Just take it slow. If you feel like you can throw 20 pounds on, maybe just go 10, because 10's already a PR for you. That's what I would recommend. But definitely hit up Titan Medical and get on that MK.
Do you do exercises specifically for your knees, or do you just lift weights?
I squat just for my knees and back and hips. I hope that's the best way I can answer that. I pretty much everything I do is for the ability to continue to squat. So it is the knees, it's hips and back to make sure those are healthy enough. And then the size will come from the nutrition. The muscle will come from the nutrition. The hardness will come from the nutrition. So all those things will come from there. So yeah, lifting for me is ligaments. Muscle is food.
What is the most important body weight exercise in your opinion? You can only do one.
Hanging leg raises. Yeah, hanging leg raises. And here's the funny thing. That is one exercise so many people say don't do. And it's a great exercise. Nothing to do with bodybuilding, powerlifting, or anything else. It's just for being an athletic man. It's a great exercise. Go do 5 sets of 15 hanging leg raises. Not swinging, hanging leg raises. Tell me that lower back and the lower abs and the body and just feels like you could tussle.
When's the last time you went to McDonald's?
70s. 70s. I think they had a all-you-can-eat Tuesday French toast. So me and Donnie would go there to see who can eat more every Tuesday. I would always win because he had to throw up because we wrestled. I was a heavyweight. I guess that was early 80s. Yeah, it was early 80s. Sorry, guys.
I saw a video where you took a meal right before your workout. Do you think it's suitable to take that for any normal digestion person?
Well,
Like,
yeah. To me, eating's more important than workout. So if I've gone 2 hours or possibly 3 hours without a meal, I'm eating. I don't care if I'm in between the workout, I'm eating a meal. For me. And I don't know what you mean by digestion, like
or normal.
or what
Like-
normal digestion.
Meaning, like, are you?
I grew up,
adapted something?
yeah, somehow I grew up in a time where not so many people had digestion problems. So that's something that's outside of me. I know that that's a new craze kind of thing that everybody's worried about their digestion. It doesn't work. You're drinking your water, you're eating your food, your body digests these things. I wonder if they've ever done a study on the amount of people in the 70s and 80s that didn't have digestion problems and now what doctors say about digestion problems.
Or the ones that didn't just fucking toughed it out.
I don't know.
Going through, buying my ex out, doing way too much overtime at my healthcare job, grabbed some power blocks. Would full body 2 to 3 times a week be a decent step into getting myself in shape?
As long as your diet's on point. Yeah. I mean, you're exercising, right? And then your diet's on point and you're in a deficit. It's going to help you lean up. I would do it maybe 8 weeks and then change it up. I just don't like you doing the full body stuff. I hate the mileage that you put on the body. But for 8 weeks, go for it. By the 8 weeks, maybe things change and you can get to the gym and really get things going, man. But those power blocks are great. I got a couple. Ours go up to 200. They're freaking awesome.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, does Mike Menzer's heavy duty philosophy, 1 set to failure, 3 to 4 exercises position, max 3 times a week have merit? And then the side one, are hip thrusts less effective than squats?
I think squats are better for much better. Mike, I know, is a derivative of Arthur Jones, and Arthur Jones was a brilliant man. And then Mike made I guess an off branch of what Arthur Jones, variation of what he taught him. The problem I have is that most of the people that I know that trained with him got injured. badly. And then also, for me, I love the longevity. I love the Frank Zanes, the Arnold Schwarzenegger, and how they trained, and Robert Robinson, how they trained. They still trained compared to somebody that wasn't in shape by late 30s and been 48, 49 was already dead. And so I think it was just too extreme. And that's the one thing I think we don't need to be so extreme to where you get injured, so extreme on that aspect. So that's the only thing I worry about. If you like it, great, rock and roll. But again, I love how Sergio Olivier trained, and Arnold talking about his, well, I did 3 sets and then Sergio did 4 sets. So I had to do 4 sets, and how Robbie and me trained very similar without even communicating. It's the coolest thing in the world. So I think I've hit something that really keeps you in shape and improving over your lifespan. And that's what I want to preach.
Wide grip bench press, good or not?
I don't care for it. If you like it, you can do it. If you're trying to develop strength, the incline is going to put more strength on you in the long run. Also, we're men, so we already have a chest, right? That lower chest is already, my kid's 5, already has a lower chest. So the upper chest is such an important part to develop. Remember, for all of you, pick the exercises that will help get your weaker part better, right? So if you got these huge front delts, I don't want to see you training front delts in the gym. I want those rear delts to come up. Maybe do a little something for the front delts to keep that motion in there so you're healthy. But if you got a great lower chest, what's the point? Go to incline, a harder exercise, who's also going to develop the upper chest, which is the skin. You're still going to get the whole chest, and you're going to do other exercises after that too. So again, if you like it, have fun with it. You can always do both exercises too.
When is Magazine Dreams released?
March 21st, worldwide. Pretty excited. This is going to be incredible. I still don't believe it. Very surreal to me. A couple more.
I don't know where this came from, but why do you train fasted?
I don't. There's nothing you can find unless I was in a last 2 weeks of my training and stuff like that it says that. There's no article of that.
Tell me your opinion on heavy dumbbell flies.
Love them. Absolutely love them. We just did some monster flies last week, so it was pretty awesome. I love them. And I noticed this too. When I go heavier and heavier, it just feels better and better, especially in the dumbbell flies.
Mike, I'm an equipment inventor.
Ooh, love it.
I'd like to contact you for business purposes.
DM Mona Marison on IG.
Where can we get your merch?
Mike O'Hearn. Mike O'Hearn Lifestyles. Jeffrey, throw the link up there. What else we got?
Big Big up from France. What is your advice for optimum sleep recovery?
Optimum sleep recovery. Well, I'll say this. Titan Medical has a Hercules potion. Titan
Serenity?
Serenity. Is this Titan Serenity or Serenity?
I think it's Titan Serenity.
Yeah. Which is great. And then magnesium. Everybody knows about magnesium. I love Calm. The product Calm. Put it in the drink. It gets you some good sleep. And then MK is another one that gets you some good sleep. Those are all some great ones to recover. Now, here's the thing that I noticed, though. There's a difference between recovery sleep and just getting lots of sleep. So make sure that you're not medicating yourself to sleep with other things. You know, the stuff that they like sleeping pills and stuff like that. It's like, well, if there's sleep, it's sleep. No, medicated sleep, the studies show, doesn't recover you like a healthy night's sleep, just falling asleep. And then it's also just, it's amazing how this world works. The spin of the world and the time. And it's, if you go to bed at this time and the second half of your sleep is consistent, it's the best recovery. There's a lot of stuff into that. You guys should really, there's some good doctors out there about deep sleep. I think they were on Joe Rogan at some time. Blonde haired guy. I don't know his name, but yeah, look into it. I noticed that I have to get sleep to get recovery at this stage. Something I didn't need to do in my 20s and 30s and she's 40s.
Opinion on hybrid athletes. So running, swimming, MMA, power building in one.
Awesome. Awesome if you can do it. Have fun. If there's a point in it and you like doing it, great. That's personal choice. That's everybody's personal choice. There's going to be people that want to run and run and run. Great. Swim. Swimming's a great exercise. Holy shnikes. But yeah, just do it so you can do it for a lifetime. Don't do it so you could be a beast at 40 and 50. And then by 60, you're destroyed. Billy Gunn will be here on Wednesday for a week of training. So I am excited about that. He will not be up.
On fire, guys.
He will not be upstairs sleeping like this guy. He'll be down here in the grind with us, putting the work in.
Speaking of Billy, Big Mike, I need advice on my protein parts. We'll wait for Billy on that one.
Yeah, I'm not a farter. Sorry, guys.
We'll wait for Billy.
But Billy wrecks this house. Mona airs this thing out for a week after Billy.
Shit.
Just FYI.
Where did this one go?
We got to get a video, and you just do it very casually.
Uh-huh.
We'll sit out there and watch something for like 20 minutes and just get him every time he burps.
Oh, dude, don't even.
Dude,
don't
he
even have to
just-
try.
He just sits there. "Erp,
Just
erp."
we'll just do a compilation.
Hey, Bill. Erp.
Just no.
You know the big girl on TED Talk? Hi.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Do the same thing with him.
I get tired doing deadlifts and barbell rows. Should I do them at the start or end of the workout so that I have energy for the other exercises?
You just said it.
Ooh.
Those are tough exercises. So either you do it at the front, because those are the most important things to do, and you're tired, but at least your nervous system is really strong so you can make it through. Compared to pre-fatiguing the body and doing the secondary work, which isn't as important. Then you get to the important work and you got nothing left. Right? These guys set us up. The 70 years of these guys, 80 years of these guys lifting. I mean, they set us up. So why go back and just go, well, this is how most programs just, I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it so I have energy to get through to the last exercise. Again, You don't need to do the last exercise. If you do deadlifts and bent over rows right, let's say for everybody here, this is where you miss it. This is where you miss the whole workout plan. You got the workout plan. I gave you the workout plan. You know what to do. You're going to go in and do some sumos. Then you do your bent over rows. Then you're going to do your pull down T-bar, one arm rows. You get through that first 3 exercises and you're like, holy sheesh, I am tanked. You're done. You're done. You go, hey, today I got through 3 exercises. I didn't do the other 3. That's all I had. You don't realize, you guys think that you have to finish it because it's written down, but your body just told you you've done as much as you need to stimulate the muscle, stimulate everything about it. You can leave now. Instead, you guys sit there and go, no, I got to finish the whole plan because it's on the paper. It doesn't work that way. And this is what I keep talking about, mileage. If you're going to keep pounding your head against the wall and keep doing these programs that are just written out to you, and I got to do the whole program, I got to do all the reps, I got to do all this, and your body's not up for it at certain days, what are you going to recover from? How do you recover that? Your body's destroyed. Forget it. I'm going to do another 3 exercises, absolutely drive it into the ground. And then I'm going to go home and come back tomorrow and do another body part, but my body's still destroyed from this body part. So you guys got to think a little. Now, this stuff has been said. I'm not the first guy to ever say this stuff. Oh, greatness. I could feel it. My loins are getting full.
Did you feel something?
Yeah. I was wrong. It's the dogs.
Hey, Mike, I'm 26, down from 242 to 210 on 1,250 calories a day. Is low volume, high intensity optimal to retain and build muscle while losing fat?
This is what I'm going to do. We're going to get 7 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to get Jeff out of here. Take the phone with you.
Okay.
Yeah, do whatever tonight. Get a little bit more in. But we'll finish here and you get out. Let's finish with this one more time.
26, down from 242 to 210 on 1,250 calories a day. Is low volume, high intensity optimal to retain and build muscle while losing fat? Been inspired.
Well, you're eating 1,200 calories, so you're not going to retain muscle. Sorry, you're 210 pounds. So you're a good-sized person. And I hope there's some, and you've already lost 30 pounds, so I hope there's at least 180 pounds of muscle on there. And so you're at a real bad deficit right now. And it sounds like you've been there for a bit. So my recommendation would be 2 things. If you've been there longer than 8 to 12 weeks, stop, maintain. And what you should try to do is just like trying to get somebody's bench press up. You keep trying to get it up, but slowly. Do the same thing with your calories. You're at 1,250. So just stop, slow down, and lower your training to like 60%. Let your body recover for a moment, and then start building those calories up till you get to like 2,000, 2,500. Trying to do it slowly while keeping the body weight close to where it is. It's going to go up a bit because you're automatically eating more food, which is more water. You're going to get a little heavier, but it's not going to be the bad weight. So then you get back up to 2,000 calories, 2,500, and then choose again, maybe in 4 or 5 months, to cut up again. That's what I would recommend doing. But if you've already dieted for 8 to 12 weeks and you're down to 1,250, you don't got much more to go, and you're just going to be pounding yourself in the ground. So again, this is where injuries happen. This is where you put your body into a deficit and you mess up your metabolism. So I would think, take a moment to think about this. I know you're feeling good and everything, but it's the damage you can do, and Arthur Jones said this, the damage you can do to your body is equal as great. You can do great stuff in the gym, and food is medicine. It's the greatest thing in the world. Both are incredible if used correctly, and if used incorrectly can really hurt you. And you guys know this. You guys have seen fitness people enough to where it's damaging some of these women out there that are dieting so low that their thyroids are messed up. And it takes years. I know one girl that's a dear friend, took 5 years to fix her thyroid. So just, this should be fun. This should be healthy. And it's not going to be an overnight fix. Okay? You guys are awesome, man. You guys rocked it today. I appreciate your time.